All right, what's up, AMPM crew? Got something a little different. What we're gonna do is teach you how to hook up, use this Autel MaxiSys Diagnostic tablet. It's an automatic diagnostic and analysis system. The MaxiSys MS908CB. It is a newer one, and it's pretty legit. Get into it. First thing we need to go over is you got your two different plugs. You got your OBD3 here, and you got your 9.9 spot pin here. So these are going to usually be for Volvos right here, Max, and this is going to be for your Cummins, your Freightliners, your Internationals. So you always want to make sure you got both. All right, so your port's usually going to be somewhere down here. This is the one we're looking for right there. All right, now sometimes you may have a GPS system or something hooked up on the inside, and sometimes that will affect your connectivity. So you want to make sure that you are checking that if it's not connecting, and maybe some issues behind there if you're not connected to the vehicle. So let's see this in live time, see if we can get this thing to hook up. So you got a beep. Needs to be in the on position. That's gonna be real fun to deal with. You want to see this? This is gonna be your connectivity. All right, we're gonna cut our machine on and see what we got. I'm actually gonna turn this on and get some air going, so we don't got to deal with that noise. Oh yeah, push to start. All right, we got the blue light, means we're communicating. Once this turned on, all right, so we're gonna go to, this is the opening screen. There's your search. And this is just your different stuff from, but what you want to see is your CV diagnostic and your CV service. Now we're gonna go to diagnostic first and see what we can find. So we got a truck. What is this thing? All right, it's a Kalmar spot truck. Let's see if they have that on here. I think if you go up here to expert, this will give you like the actual engines, NE, it's Cummins. Let's go back to brand. I know there's something on here. Okay, so we're gonna go to light duty. I know it's somewhere on here. It may not be. Workhorse, Hino, Chevy, Fiat, Kia, Nissan, Toyota truck. Let's go to special vehicle. There's the Kalmar, Ottawa. So that's why I'm saying I remember that it had it on here. Capacity. So we're gonna go to Kalmar, Ottawa. All right, then what you mean that to load up, auto scan. It's Cummins, so that's good. We can go through the Cummins if we wanted to too. I mean, I guess I knew it was Cummins, but now you get the light down there. You got the green on the vehicle. That means that's the connection to the vehicle. The blue is your Bluetooth, connecting from that to this. Now this is actually the green light flashing for the vehicle is actually the scanning. So yeah, this may take a little bit. We'll come back when we pull something up. All right, so you can see it's come up. The engine Cummins got a fault. Still scanning, but we're just gonna go ahead and let it keep scanning. There's a fault for the transmission. All right, so once it was done loading, it gave you the option to press OK down here. Press that. All right, so here we go. We're gonna look up our trouble codes. All right, we got a lot of fun stuff here. At 29 was the total counts, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 active. The active ones all have to do with the Regen system. Looks like we got 47 counts at that after treatment 1 outlet knock sensor. 47 counts there. You got 1 count of the after treatment selective catalyst reduction. That's just basically going into D-rate. All right. You got after treatment diesel particulate filter differential pressure data valid but above normal operating range. That's got 2 counts. So it looks like you had your knock sensor go bad, and then now we're getting this. We got 61 counts of the engine protection torque D-rate. So that's weird. I don't know if it's been going off and on, they haven't called it in. And then the exhaust gas recirculation EGR valve controller out of calibration. So you got a bunch of different stuff going on. You can look at the inactives. It's got 1 count on the inactive. After treatment 1 inlet is the inactive. You got a lot of 1 count inactives. Here's a 10 count after treatment 1 outlet sensor power. After treatment 1 inlet, 14 counts on inactive. So you're having trouble with the outlet and the inlet. Here's a 122 after treatment 1 is exhaust fluid pressure sensor data, 122 counts. So basically what you can do with these counts, what you're wanting to do is you're going to look for the root cause of why it's in D-rate. So you're looking, okay, you got 47 counts. That's happened 47 times and it's active now. It's happened 47 times before these new ones that are active that only have 1 count. All right, so you can kind of think, okay, well, this is my root now. The engine protection torque D-rate, that's kind of weird. It's on 61 and it's active. Now, that may just be all the times it's gone active and inactive. So, I mean, basically at this point, and then this is going to be an issue too, this EGR valve controller out of calibration. So I'm probably going to start there, work my way down, because the knock sensor, it's probably going to need a knock sensor. It's got 47 counts. I'm probably just going to get an outlet and an inlet because it also has both. But I'm going to check this one out first, because if your EGR is not working properly, well, your knock sensors aren't going to read properly. So that's where we're going to start. You can see right here on this, what is this right here? I think when you click that little button, it goes into the actual a little bit more descriptions of it. We're going to go back. You press this to go back. All right, so we're here. We're going to go up here and go to our service manual. It's actually pretty nice because it gives you basically your description of what the Cummins would give you, actions to take, you know, what would cause it, all those different things. So, you know, it's got your shop talk, kind of talks about a little bit. The after treatment system must be inspected after making the appropriate repair, outlining this fault code, troubleshooting. That just kind of tells you, you know, what to do after. But the EGR valve location can vary. So the exhaust gas valve is controlled by a brushless motor. So it really goes into a good amount. So it's really just failed the automatic calibration. That could be coming just from the knock sensor not properly working. So what we're probably going to do is just go ahead and clear our codes, start from scratch. Now, sometimes you got to turn the vehicle off. It'll tell you, prompt you to do that. Right, so we got rid of them all. Now, obviously I got this on video, but you want to take a picture of your readings before you delete them, so you kind of have that history. All right, but now we're, boom. All right, so we good to go. We're at, looks like this is D-rate, after treatment diesel particulate filter differential pressure data, but above normal. So that's just basically saying, hey, the diesel particulate filter pressure is valid, but it's above normal. So it means you got a high soot level, most likely. So you can go here and go to your service manual, do the same thing, severe engine D-rate. You can kind of read here, shows conditions for running diagnostics, conditions for setting, the ECM detects the soot load of the after treatment dissipate filter has exceeded the maximum operating limits. Action taken when the fault code is active. The ECM will illuminate, torque output. Use diagnostic tool to perform the diesel particulate filter reset. Use diagnostic tool to perform the after treatment diesel particulate filter regeneration. Test found in the ECM diagnostic test. The ECM will turn off the red stop engine light immediately after the soot load, and the after trim DC particulate filter has dropped below the most severe level. Boom. So that's basically telling you exactly what you got to do. Now, it didn't have a stop engine light, so that's weird, but it's all good. So we're going to do exactly what it said. We're going to go back home. I guess you didn't have to go back home, but you're going to this one that has your little mechanic. The first one, okay. So I guess you got to get out of here, escape. I don't know why you have to do all this. Because this is just the program to get your code. Right, let me say I'm wrong and all this. Okay, so you have to exit out of the diagnostic program, and you go in here, okay? This has got all your different, what you're actually going to use your services. So you got your injectors, you got your throttle, you got your steering, you got your different oil reset, odometer, VGT learn, speed and PTO, your clutch, your ABS, your cylinders, your trans adaptation. So I mean, there's a lot you can do with this. We are going for the DPF SCR. Now once again, it gives you what to choose. You can go just straight to Cummins if you want. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to expert. I'm just going straight to Cummins. We're going to register later. I just bought this thing, so I have another one, but this is the updated version. So you go to auto scan, same thing like you did before. Like I said, now we're on, you can see the green light, we're on the diagnostic, and you have to quit out of one to get into the other. All right, and we're not worried about trouble codes, we're going to special function. All right, now you want to do after treatment maintenance because it said we have to reset it first. Okay. And we're going to reset, plus the component reset options all. We're just going to go reset. Okay, at the reset process, would you like to continue it? Press yes. Please turn the key off. 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure it'll tell you when to turn it back on. Never mind, make sure you press OK. And it'll get to this. Oh, we got a reset. We're going to go back. Now you're going to your after treatment diesel regen. Okay, engine speed, information, after treatment can serve to clean the particulate filter. Let's go to next. Certain conditions are not met. Selected a component may be damaged, so cancel. I think it needs to be on. Okay, push the start. All right, there we go. Just needed some repetitions per minute, so we're going next. All right, here we are. We're going to go ahead and start. Next condition in which the test is unable to run. Somebody's just got to work with it. We'll see. Shouldn't even bring me this far if that's going to be the case. So level 93.1. Yeah, look at that. That's your DPF filter. It really might need to be taken out and burned. These are just different graphs, I guess. However you want to look at it. It's 1 to 100. Okay, so like I said, sometimes you got to mess with it. It'll give you this sometimes too. I've had to go back, erase the codes originally. It does have a code for that EGR, so I'm gonna probably go down and check the EGR and maybe clean it. It may be full of soot, but at least we're here now. Now it's saying that the coolant isn't up to temperature, but usually you can just get your way through that one. Of course it does this when trying to make a video, but hey, this is what you gotta do sometimes with trouble. And there, it's back to that. Fuck. So I mean, what I've been doing, I've been going back. You'll see once the truck comes on. Well, no. Back, trouble codes. Well, it's not on, so it should be starting up. Now that's where the reset is coming into play. but for some reason it's not letting me do the reset, or it's not actually doing anything when I do the reset. So we'll try it again. DPF filter reset. Okay. Reset. Yes. Got to be off. The truck. Going next. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get down there and check out the EGR. Alright, this is our EGR. It does have gaskets, but we're gonna take it off, see what we can do. Sometimes you can reuse these things, depends on how, I mean, not reuse them permanently, but at least just to get it back on and get it tested. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear it apart, look at it, see if it's moving, see if how clogged it is, and then we're gonna go from there. Now I could take one of these sensors off. Usually these if it's dirty, these sensors will go bad before the EGR gets clogged. So you would be seeing codes for these sensors before anything even happened. So now maybe one of those was inactive. I didn't really see it. So, but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start tearing this apart and see what we get. Take a look at your sensors, your plugs. So no damage. Looks all clean, no corrosion. I'm gonna remove this one. I guess you really don't have to remove that one. So we just got these 4 bolts and these 2 bolts here. And it'll come off, we can check it out. A little overkill, but I forgot my other one at the house, so chill out. Gummy gums. Oh gosh. I mean, it's not as bad as I've seen, but it's definitely pretty bad. So I mean, definitely caked. I'm not sure if that's seized in there, but we'll clean it up. All right, so there it's moving. You can can't really see it, can you? All right, see it's moving now. Definitely smoother than before. You can spray brake cleaner, you can spray PB in here to kind of get it to loosen up. You just got to make sure you dry it out, because that will get even more of that soot stuck on this. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things. If it's moving like this, you know, you really don't need to add any PB blaster if you can get it going like this. You can throw some brake cleaner in there, that's not going to hurt anything. But basically it's just getting all the corrosion around this spring and this cylinder that's actually pushing it up, and then that's where the exhaust gas comes through. So if it's not coming up, then you're going to have issues with that. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and I'm getting the last little gunk out of here if I try and reinstall this thing and see what we can't figure out. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that it's moving up and down. We just need to see if this is still working and it's actually pushing it up and down. So that's what we're going to find out. Reinstall it, see if we can get it to force that regen, and then we're going to go from there. One way to test it, you could, I guess I could do this, hook it back up and then turn the key on, and it's supposed to calibrate itself. So I guess I'm gonna just go ahead. I got the cab up. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reset this so that it can actually, we can watch it. All right, now maybe I should have tested it before, but yeah, that's what we're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and put this guy back on there, and we are going to test it out, because I think we might have gotten rid of that code. I kind of wish I tested it beforehand to kind of have a compare and contrast, but it's all good. Wasn't even really thinking about that bench test, so it's a good way to bench test an EGR. We're gonna get these tightened down. Uh-oh, did it start? No time yet. The RPMs went up. Hey, oh, device never connected with control unit. Alright. Oh, don't do me dirty. Oh, turn off. What are we doing here? I already did the reset. All right, this is it right here. This thing's trash if it don't work. I'm turning it. Even though no returns. It's all good. We'll figure something out. No, I'm just kidding. It should work. I mean, this isn't, you know, let's say this was like $3,000. Now they make one at Diesel Laptops, it's about $3,000. I probably would have rather have just gone with that. Then they make the big boy one that's like 10K. That covers everything. Okay, do this. It's okay. course it wants to lose it right as I'm about to do the regen, but okay, whatever. All right, let's see. Okay, so it needs to be on. All right, we got all the greens. What next? Press start. Yes, there we go. This is saying don't park it inside. It gets super hot. Hey! Let's go. Let's go. Haha, that's what you want to see. Running and gunning. All right, once it starts getting the temps up, we're gonna go over the temperature speed. But how dirty this thing was, I mean, we could be here another hour or two. So that's the good and bad thing with the regens is sometimes you can figure it out and get it done quick, and you do a quick regen. Sometimes you're gonna have to sit here for a while. And you can see it'll say soot level severe, so eventually that's gonna go down. But we'll be looking at other things like the inlet and the outlet temperatures, kind of see what our NOx sensors are reading. We still have those 46 counts, so we still may end up needing that NOx sensor, but at least we got it started. You were with me the whole time on that troubleshooting, so I feel like that's a pretty good little breakdown. I'll make a video for this code. The original video is going to be on how to use this thing. I thought it was going to be a quick regen. Been here about an hour so far diagnosing this thing, so now hopefully you can get through it a little bit quicker. All right, peace. Well, you can see it's starting to clean it now. Well, I'm about to get Oh yeah, that's gonna be real. We're gonna be here a while for this one. We ain't even close to the temperatures it's gonna be at, and 7.5 minutes in, and we're already getting that. And you can see our DPF outlet pressure is 0, so your outlet NOx sensor not working. Yeah, I'm probably gonna move the truck because I ain't trying to die today. All right, I take you along for the ride. So this thing is twice now disconnected. So I've never been a fan of these Bluetooths. So I'm about to direct connect it if it does it again. But I got all the codes away except for it's still above normal, least severe. It needs to get below above normal. But some things I did notice, and see, I screwed myself over because look at the temps already way down. I mean, it was up at like 500 when I checked it before it first cut off. But you can see, just to kind of go over this, you're looking at your upstream NOx concentration is 181 parts per million. Your downstream NOx concentration, your outlet, is 0. So no way it's just 0. And I was at negative 200 before, and I don't think it could be at negative 200 either, but you see this upstream changes to 60. So that is the actual exhaust. Now, you want to see it high, and then when it goes to that SCR, you want to see it go lower. But all right, we're gonna let this go. Hopefully it can get hot enough. I don't know if it's the machine, I don't know if it's the truck, but it's doing me dirty right now. Now you can see that soot level's down to 65. So we wanted to get a little bit lower, but that's kind of how we can see how much progress we made from 93 to 65 in about 25 minutes with it cutting off twice. Bad review incoming. Third time it shuts off right at about 9 minutes. So it's not getting hot enough to actually clean this filter. This is pissing me the fuck off. I mean, you physically connected. Connect. Oh my goodness. This is where you get your metal from. CMC, Jacksonville, Florida. And this is just the little dock. There's a whole huge, I mean, probably acres and acres back down over there. Let's see if it's disconnected. All right, we made it over 9 minutes with the physical connection. We're still above normal, so we're standing by, but you can see, I was saying before about that negative 200 ppm. That's not right. ain't no way it's negative 200 parts per million. That means it's negative chemistry. I don't really know. But that 38 parts per million is actually pretty good. And then usually you see that around like 60. And then when it's coming out, you see it around the 20 to 30s. So yeah, definitely that outlet knock sensor's got issues. The code isn't coming back, but we still are getting the code for that above normal. Now there's no check engine light anymore, but I'm trying to get this nice and clean for them, so I'm not back out here. I'll probably have to come back out for the knock sensor, but you know, want to get the job done right.